Hello, everyone, and welcome to PalCast. Today is Tuesday, February 24, and it's 4 p.m. local time here in Sakarya. This podcast is brought to you by Yusuf Al Jamal in Sakarya, Turkey, and Tony Groves in Dublin, Ireland. And today we're joined by Dr. Muhammad Fadl Almassarey from Gaza. He's been displaced in Deir el-Balah for a year and a half, and
Khan Yunis, Khan
in
Yunis.
Khan Yunis, sorry, it's right next to Deir el-Balah. And the amazing achievement he's just accomplished, finishing his PhD during the genocide. This is a lesson of life that Palestinians in Gaza continue to teach the world, that despite genocide, despite killings, we cling to hope, we cling to education, and we cling to excellence. Dr. Muhammad Al Masari, as I mentioned, holds a PhD degree in business management from University Utara, Malaysia. I've been there. And he holds a master degree in business administration, and he has 18 years of experience. He's also a certified quality management systems and certified internal auditor. We're very delighted to have you today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Mr. Yusuf and Mr. Tony. Thank you.
Before I start today's episode, Tony, allow me to say a few words about a friend of mine who just passed away in New Zealand, long-time activist since the 70s, supporting Palestine and indigenous rights, Roger Fowler, who hosted me last year. And I was very delighted to meet him and speak to him again. He came to Gaza in 2012 twice as part of the convoys that brought aid to Gaza. A long-time activist, as they say in Maori, a mighty tree has fallen after long years of struggle. And last year, he gifted me a copy of his music album, many songs about Palestine, and he recently finished writing his memoir. I offer my condolences to his family and to all supporters of Palestine in New Zealand. Again, thank you, Muhammad, for joining us today. Please,
The Griff Hanum, Yusuf. I just want to second that. I saw the post that you did, and I'm glad you honored your friend like that. So yeah, Aryeh Griff
yeah,
Hanum.
absolutely. He deserves that, and we'll remember him forever as a friend of Palestine. Muhammad, again, we're here to tell these stories, the stories of people, of Palestinians who endured the genocide, and the stories of excellence and achievements despite the genocide. You're joining us from a tent in Khan Yunis. Is this where you finished your PhD?
Yes, of course. Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to introduce my pleasure as I have this opportunity to speak about our situation here in Gaza. Enjoying you, Mr. Yusuf and Mr. Tony. Thank you very much. Uh, if I want to speak about our situation here in Gaza Strip, so I think vocabularies, words can't express our reality of life here. Mm, Before I'm coming here, I met a woman, an elder woman, came recently from Egypt, from those people who limited the number of people who came recently, and she informed me an amazing thing. She about to regret returning back, but saying an amazing thing that all the time she seeing their daughters and sons struggling here in Gaza through the war, and noticing their life from videos and by calling. But she described the reality when she came here and lived the reality by herself. How she suffering from lying on a bad environment in a tent, beside some batteries, beside some wastage. She informed me that the real life different, absolutely differently about what can she see or notice or transfer by videos, by calling, by so the people all around us globally can't sense or feel our reality except live and
Yeah, you mean like if you lived the reality, even if you're from Gaza, you live outside, it's different than watching things unfold on the ground.
yes, of course. And
There is
she,
no comparison between, watching a video and living that video. You're
that's
the
right.
subject of that video. And this leads me to my question.
Yeah,
You understand the conditions around you better than me, better than Tony, better than anyone else, because
yeah,
you are
yeah,
in Gaza, you live in the
yeah.
tent. How how did you do it? How did you finish your PhD
Mhm.
despite these horrible conditions? I mean, like
Oh,
surviving on its own is a huge struggle. Like, forget about being a PhD student.
yeah.
Being a PhD student is another horrible thing. I will not talk about personally.
I think the Malaysians, when they are all the time contacting me and saying that although there stable environments there in Malaysia and in different places, getting PhD is not easy. It's hard.
I know
I
this.
was yes, I was there in Malaysia and live for several times and find how the stable environment, how the electricity, internet, all infrastructures, or how the person and the student can find the comfortable places, environment to achieve their goals. Here in Gaza, it was a big challenge for me. Lots of people told me how you are thinking about PhD. We are looking only just for being alive to get the food to feed our children. That's right. I was under huge pressure to make a balance between continuing my journey, my PhD journey as a challenge, and to give up and go with others. And no one can condemn me or saying, "What are you doing?" So the
What kind of challenges did you face?
yes. Firstly, more than 10 times of displacement I have gotten me and my family. My home with all furniture, clothes, properties, money also have destroyed from the beginning of the war. Our place in Gaza was in the central Gaza, uh, or about you can know El Karama
Yes,
neighborhood.
Central Gaza City.
Yes, that was the first place what was threatened and destroyed.
Yeah, people were
Uh,
asked to
uh,
evacuate, I think a
yeah,
week after, a few days after
right, right.
the
In the
7.
beginning of the war, in about 8 or 9 October 2023, there was a threat and no people.
Did you
Uh,
have computer? Did you have your computer on you?
for my computer, and for example, I want to mention that as one a challenge also. After striking my father's house, firstly, my bag with laptop was inside our father's house there, and I found all my things related to my PhD was under that instructions. So I returned back after a day, after displacement, looking for and find my bag under rubbles.
Trying to rescue your PhD.
Yes, yes, really. I find my bag under rubbles and get it. And open the laptop. Okay, it's right. Alhamdulillah. Get it and go out without anything. This is the first point of rescuing my dream and my journey, which was continuous. Now, for returning to your question about challenge, the displacement was very hard environment, how the person can change his place to another and to unknown place. Really, we go to unknown, no place safe, no place can welcome you because all the people change their place, all the people displacing under the pressure of time. Only just some hours you have to displace the the place and go out of from this without taking anything, without only just taking your kids and go.
So,
So uh,
percentage wise, how much did you accomplish during the genocide? Like, if I say like 50% of your PhD was written before the genocide and 50% was written during the genocide, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just assuming.
about 60% of my PhD was accomplished under genocide. Really,
Yeah. And so for that, you needed electricity and internet.
yeah.
How did you get that?
Oh, this is a huge battle. And I think in order to be in touch with my university and my supervisor, that I'm still alive, firstly, and I'm still joining you, and I need some emails, send some emails in order to get some deferment. Firstly, I want to deferment my semesters in order to still I can't be safe or be rescued or me or my family from the bombings there. So I walked the long distances, really long distances, in order to search for a signal, searching for any person have a battery to charge my laptop in order to send that email. I remember that I have sit on the sand in one place and more than 2 hours in order to connect that signal of weak internet to make that email uploading, queuing, waiting. This very yeah, challenge, waiting for that thing, simple thing, only just sending an email. So this was very hardship and pressure on my psychology, me and my family and others. Also thinking about what is the new attack, bombing here. Yes,
How was writing your PhD during famine and starvation? How was it? You were
yeah.
hungry, looking
Oh, the
for food.
starvation. The starvation was a big story, and we can't remember that. Me and the Gazans, Yusuf, weren't looking only for food. We targeting, يعني, our enemy targeting our humanity, right? Our dignity. I don't um, forget how the people was crowded and standing on long queues in order to get anything to eat or feed their children. For me, I lost about 25 kilograms from my weight, and also my kids. How the person can think or write or search while he hasn't find the basic things for his body to think, to stand, to still alive. The water is very problem, the big problem also. Electricity, infrastructure. I can't, you can't imagine, Yusuf and Tony, how the persons here, and still, I'm sure to say, still nowadays, these times, the people uh, can't use toilet healthy. Any person can dig any hole and they make it any basic things to go toilet for him and his wife, his mother, the patients there, the 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 the, the kids, and the environment disgusting really. يعني the waste water all around the streets. Mm, I
I see now you have relatively good internet connection. Can you also tell us more about how you were able to connect to the internet and now and in the past?
now for example, to do this podcast, I really walked a long distance to reach this place. This place is a coffee for a person. Mm, no one sit here except me. I am on. I can make the camera to see the place. The place is empty. Empty.
Mm.
No one here. No one here except me. It's a basic place. The rains and water falling down from the rains. Short circuit was in the electricity. Some solar panels for these persons who welcome me to come. I has informed me that I have a podcast to speak about our struggles and our pains here in Gaza. So he welcomed me and make all the power of the panel, the solar plates of him for me only, just for
Give
me.
you all the resources. That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
amazing. That's
that,
very
that
generous.
that's incredible. This act of solidarity in this time to share those resources, so you can make this broadcast, so people can hear your story of your people, and your bravery to continue your education. And I'm glad you shared that video with us, because it shows the level of solidarity that exists, Yusuf, as you know, 2.5 years into the genocide. So thank you for that, Mohammed. And I'm actually humbled, as a guy who just produces this podcast, that you went to that amount of trouble just to speak with us. So thank you so much for that.
thank you very much. Thank you. I have speak the little about our reality. Thank you very much for your interesting about our environment, our issue. Mm, I hope the situation will be better. I hope.
We hope so too,
Mm.
Muhammad. I just want to also ask you about publication. Did you publish any journal article during the
Yes,
genocide, and how was the process?
yes. Alhamdulillah, I have gotten the chance to publish in a journal Scopus Index. Scopus Index, which it's very difficult for scholars to
Yes.
publish in Scopus. Alhamdulillah, the same thing of solidarity and collaboration. There is a person I can't forgive for get his standing beside me. Was a person who can cold water. uh, he understand and my issue and call me come and join me in my station of calling water, and I will give you electricity, and you can get any internet from the street to prepare yourself. Okay, I was going every day to go in that place and sit beside customers and the streets and cars there, and searching and extracting from my PhD thesis in order to publish and make my article ready for the requirements of that journal. And Alhamdulillah, I do it. يعني. It was very surprising for me to accept that articles. Also, I have published for in archive journals, Alhamdulillah. So this was the standing and by the ability and Allah stand with us because we have injustice, and also people who know about my situation and my belief and my persistence to get that goal can stand beside me. Not a lot because the capabilities not a lot here in Gaza, and limited persons who can get a solar energy plate and can charge for my laptop or give me a weak signal of the internet. So Alhamdulillah, it passed and learned from this journey very much. Uh, We can't. We are as Gazans and Palestinians. We have not to give up, to surround it, to still standing, because we have to think about the future. We have to get recovery.
Exactly. This is what I was going to ask you about last. What are your hopes for the future? How do you see the future? What are your plans? How do you see Gaza?
Really, all the time, the hope is in front of our eyes. The hope, it is the light in the end of the tunnel. If we still looking in the darkness and in the environment, what is so hard, we will surround it and give up and uh, really died, equally died. But Alhamdulillah, although lots of my friends and relatives are murders and wounds, and we have lost everything, all things. Yeah, I can describe what I lost. No home, no money, no clothes, no furniture, no nothing. I'm still here now, only living in a tent. 8 members, a family consists of 8 persons in one tent. Alhamdulillah, living and patient in order to get the future brightness. For PhD, I think it's the escape of our problems. It is the light and the hope that the tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow sure will be better. Uh, the persons and the human capital is very important for any environment and any humanity. Not money, not materials, not anything. If we build and cultivate the persons themselves, the humanity, we can build and we can remember or read in the history how countries in the past built from uh, investing on the person, investing on humanity. So we need standing beside person, beside the humanity, beside human beings here in Gaza. Not also only we need to eat or anything. Um, we can stand. We can be patient, although all the hardship here, but tomorrow will be better, inshallah. After getting PhD, I will think nowadays, I didn't all the war time. I'm standing and training people. Alhamdulillah. All the time I'm training people in the field of entrepreneurship and in the field of how to recover, to stand them. Lots of students or graduates from engineering faculties and other faculties. I'm volunteers to train them and getting success, alhamdulillah, and find the feedback of them that I am with them, can collaborate and stand against this hard life to recovery, inshallah, and tomorrow will be better. This is our trust, inshallah.
And Mohammed, just to say on that, it's. I'm so glad you outlined the fact that you're giving back as well. You are working with younger students to help them develop their skills, as you said, whether it be to develop entrepreneurial skills or in different faculties. It shows that the call to action has to come from people outside of Gaza to stand with you, so that the belief that tomorrow can be better and not some ridiculous Trump Gaza Riviera nonsense and an actual a Palestinian land for the Palestinian people. So no, it's been a privilege to listen to you speak. So thank you for that.
Thank you
Uh,
very much.
I also second what you just said, Tony, and I would like to thank Muhammad for joining us from Khan Yunis, from a cafe. And I want to thank everybody who helps you in this journey, people who showed acts of solidarity in different ways. so that you finish your PhD and you contribute back to your community as you do now. Thank you again. And I would like to thank our co-sponsors, the Hashim Sani Center for Palestine Studies at University Malaya and Just Word Educational and Totus Shack Media. We'll continue this conversation 2.5 years into the genocide that hasn't stopped in Gaza. Talk to you next week. Thank you, Mohammed.
Thank you very much. Thank you.